Hey guys, my name is Kevin, and the content you're about to see is documentation of project vehicles that I've done or am doing currently. Um, and it's also to serve as motivation for you to go out and buy a project vehicle of your own and dive right into it with little to no experience. Uh, Please be aware that I'm not a professional, and anything you decide to take away from these videos and apply to your own projects is at your own risk. But if you do enjoy the content, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be alerted to when new videos drop and more content hits the channel. With that being said, please enjoy Hacked. Well, I think I got another project. And it's standing right behind me. Well, sitting right behind me. Well guys, right now, the hair's crazy. I'm still a little sniffly and groggly from what I've had for the past week. But right now, it is Saturday. It is about 10:50 in the morning, and I am well on my way to a little town called Northfield, Massachusetts, where I will be picking up a new project or an old project, depending on which way you look at it. Still got probably about an hour and 20 minutes. I guess that's what I got. Yeah, an hour and 20 minutes. So I got an hour and 20 minutes left of my trip. One way, load the car, bring it back. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with what I do, I tend to build a bunch of cars and trucks and all that stuff, and I do it on a budget, and I do it my way. So sometimes my way isn't the right way, or some say. So I went ahead. Let me just give you a little backstory. I went ahead and I went and bought a 1986 Camaro back in 2014. Now, this 1986 Camaro I bought for the body, and the car wasn't in really all that bad shape when I bought it. And over the course of time, you know, things sit, and they tend to get worse and worse and worse as they sit. Especially up here in New England, where I am. So, this is the 86 Camaro Z28. It is, it's base model, beyond base model, Z28 as far as you can get. It has a 305 carbureted small block Chevy, butted up to a traditional 700R4 transmission, rear drum. When I bought the car, yes, it has a gold ground effects that go on the bottom here. I already took them off. As you can see, the back bumper has some, and the front bumper has some. But when I bought the car, I bought it for the body. The body is pretty decently straight. But then, after further observation, I noticed that the car was involved in an accident. Because whoever did the rear quarter work on the car did a very terrible job. Like a 5-year-old did it. And so the problem with that thing is the frame rails are gone on it. Seeing as it's just a base model Z28 with no AC options, it's got vent deletes, which is the first time I've ever seen vent deletes. It's got no trunk pop, which is weird. Every Camaro I've come across has had a trunk pop in the center console. Just overall weird things to do with that car. Instead of rebuilding frame rails, I came across a car on Marketplace, 500 bucks, roller, and I decided to jump on it. And this is what I got. This is a 1992 Camaro. I assume probably a RS because of the wheels. And the only reason why I say RS is because I owned a 92 RS with the same wheels. It's got the third brake light up there, which is recessed into the hatch. And overall, despite having a little bit of rust, a little bit peeking through here, the other side's a little worse than that. It's all rotted out on the other side. And a little rust over here. And a little rust in the front and in the floor. See? Underneath is a spot on the floor. But overall, the car is pretty clean. The frame rails are clean. I got a little bit up here. Same thing on the other side. This ain't nothing though. You cut this out, you put a little patch there. Done deal. And then I got a little straightening to do over here in the radius support portion. But aside from that, the car isn't really all that bad. Doors close, open pretty good. You know, a little bit of seam sealer, a little bit of a little bit of dusting, you know, but the car is completely stripped out. Does have power option, I guess, if I wanted that. The harness is in the trunk of the car after they cut the harness out, and for whatever reason. But the idea was originally to take an LS motor, a 6.0 truck motor, drop it in here. I made it up to a manual transmission and basically take everything from that other car and put it on here. These are like brand new tires too. Tires alone were worth 500 bucks, so either way I made out. But and it also has the rear disc, late model rear end. So we're already ahead of the game with that. But the idea was to take the LS motor, put the LS in here, and set it all up with an LS, and take all the other parts from the other car and put them onto this, and build one car between the two. As you can see, I started cleaning up the spot here. We got to weld this A-pillar. Just trim it out real quick, little square notch, clean it up. Got some sheet metal. We got this spot over here on this A-pillar as well. Grind this up. A little pinhole right here. I'm gonna grind back here probably, just to get rid of all that. Or I might just, you know, tack it real quick. I don't know. Haven't decided. But we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna clean that up. Clean up the engine bay. Get rid of all this rust, and then paint it black. I'll pull the brake booster out. I'll just clean everything up, and then I gotta bend this back, the radiator support on this car. I can cut the other one out, but I don't really want to. So we're gonna pull this back, clean this up, bend this back as much as possible, because bolt holes, we need them. So we're cleaning up the firewall, getting all the rust off the firewall, taking all the surface rust off. We're gonna end up priming it, and then eventually we're just gonna do the entire engine bay black, clean it right up. We're gonna do this black, even though, you know, the same. But we're gonna end up priming it, painting it, doing all that stuff. I got the A-pillars welded up. Not a great welder, not a great welder, I'm gonna say that right now, but I got them all patched up, put on some mud. This is Evercoat, yeah, Evercoat Body Shop Pro Grade Color Change Filler. It goes on purple, and I guess when it dries it comes out green. We're gonna see how good this stuff is. Usually I use Bondo or just the cheapest stuff I could get. But we're gonna clean this up. I got the other one done, and then we get to move on to the rocker panel on the inside over there, and then cut the floors out,
You see my exit sign. Back there, where my thumb is a rocker panel that has a little canter on it. We're going to clean that right up. Cut this floor pan out right here, a little rectangle. That's what that steel's for. Weld that all in, and then we got a little spot in the back that we got to touch up in the rear passenger side. And then we're going to hit the rear quarter panels. Patch these in real quick. And yeah, DA the entire car, prime the entire car, and then figure out what kind of motor we're gonna do. Because yeah, I'm itching to get this thing done like ASAP. So we might throw the 305 in it, unless I can find a semi low mile small block 350. Not entirely sure what's out there. Haven't really looked, but we're gonna find out.
Now, how I actually went about this was I cut the A-pillar skins off the black car and basically just tacked them in place where I needed them on this one. It came out pretty good, especially with a thin layer of body filler and then a little bit of DA, and you couldn't even tell the difference. After DAing the entire car and removing the side molding, I decided it was time to remove the paint stripes, or the racing stripes, using a heat gun and a putty knife.
Actually really good. I did a lot of work on this side, and evidently the you put a little puck in it. Interesting. So I got pulling the windshield out, and as you can see, there's still a little bit of glass there that I got to pull out. Well, get out of there, and then I got to vacuum everything up. But the reason why I pulled the windshield was, one, the windshield was raw, like cracked, broken, spidered everywhere. You just couldn't see it. And two, there's actually, like, this is very, very thin. There's actually some holes right here. And when I did the A-pillars, when I did over here, I didn't realize that this was that bad. So I'm probably going to cut this out and put a new piece here. This same thing on the other side. As you can see, there's a little bit of rust over there. But for the most part, it's pretty good. These corners are pretty good. But having the windshield out of the way, regardless if it needed a new windshield or not, is a plus, because now I'm going to be able to jam this real good. And then I'll be able to just fit the dash in here too pretty easily. And I'll just have the window company come put a new window in. But yeah, fun stuff. I got a lot of vacuuming to do. But yeah, she's coming along and I'm excited.
That's all we're going to do today, guys. Look out for part 2 coming soon.